Brendan, what is going on, my man? What's wrong with you and your hair, bro?
Basically, just had this haircut forever. I'm looking to shake it up a little bit.
So I think what we can do if you want to keep it shorter in terms of low maintenance, instead of going to the right, let's try going forward, get rid of that part that you always rock. So that way, when we pull it straight down, it's gonna sit probably right around the middle forehead. That way, for you, styling is really just up, going forward, and then up, back a little bit. Give me some height to your face shape. For the sides though, what's going on? You wanna keep the sides showing some skin?
Yeah, I was thinking shorter on the sides. I'm down to show some skin.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But again, professional settings, so maybe not full skin fade all around the head. Let's start slow. Let's go for more of a taper fade. And then around here, we'll keep some darkness so we can transition a little better into this nice up hairdo we're going for.
But yeah, sounds good.
Start off with this haircut, I'm going to be using the clipper over comb technique to debulk and shape the hairstyle. When I'm doing this, I'm making sure I keep the clipper comb straight up from the head so that I can hold the shape I'm trying to go for. So now, with my 1.5 guard, I'm going to debulk underneath what I clipper over combed initially. As I'm doing this, I'm flicking out into what I created with that clipper over comb technique. After that, begin to fade into the shape that you created. We're going to start with the guard open and go up a full inch. Here's a pro tip for some barbers out there. Use your comb to prevent yourself from blending past the shape you created. Close the clipper halfway and blend out any of those dark spots you see. To soften up the fade and the shade, go back in with the clipper over comb to blend out that weight line. Here I'm starting my low skin taper. I'm using his eyes as my place marker so I know where to start and also how to keep it low. Here you can see I'm going to start going up with my lever open and create my initial guideline. Once done, I work my lever down halfway and begin to down fade to keep the taper nice and low. I'm going to repeat the same process with my half guard. But again, when you're creating a new guideline, you want to make sure you want to keep it as wide as the finger's width. Now with the one guard, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start open and then closed. That way I'm not making any line higher than it should be. I'm also going to be flicking into that 1.5 guard I started with. When you're going to start using your trimmers, you want to treat it like it's a pencil. You're going to start outlining his C cup and then behind the ears so that way I can keep things nice and sharp. Now for my favorite part, detailing. Using my thinning shears and cutting comb, I begin to detail the darker spots in my fade and make sure this is a more gradient fade. As for the back skin taper, I'm going to visualize where my end goal is, and I use the middle of the ear as to where the end of the taper. I usually do this last because the rest of the sides and back is already finished. This time around, I work my fading process up to the shade of the finished fade. Now with my half guard, I'm going to go up about 1/2 inch. To begin the top, I love starting with the center profile guideline to be sure I keep the desired length all around the top. I'm going to start by going from the back to the front, that way I can connect the crown to the fringe. Once I'm done with my center profile guideline, I'm going to pull out horizontal sections and connect the side panels to the guideline. So instead of going 90 degrees outwards, I'm actually pulling at a 45-degree angle to create a softer shape on top.
All right, Brendan, that's it. That is the cut. So like we've said, show some skin on the sides, but keep it still professional for you. Faded it up into the top. This time, we're really kind of let your textures pop by going forward and up. So those curls, kind of waves come out to play a little bit harder.
Nice.
Sweet. Thanks, Brenny.
Thank you.